Hey guys, welcome back to Popcorn and Champagne.
This is episode 5, y'all. Woo! Ooh, Tiff.
Oh
have we not had like an amazing couple of 2 weeks?
We have.
Seriously, we've been kicking it.
We have been on the hosting red carpet tour.
We have.
Yes.
And it's actually really fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's all for a good cause.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yep.
Charity events.
Yep.
I mean, what's better than that? You're giving back.
Giving back. But anyway, thanks so much for everybody joining us today. Make sure that you like, subscribe to our podcast, and also check us out on Instagram, which is popcorn_champagne.
Yes, ma'am.
And also, episodes are available wherever you get your podcasts.
That's right.
Right.
Tune in.
And then we also got to tell y'all about the podcast and the party.
Yes.
If you don't know about it, it's when?
November 20th at Analog, located in the Hutton Hotel. It's right on West End Avenue. And right now, we still have general admission tickets.
Yep.
Because it's selling. So we're so proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss out because we're very close to selling out.
Yes. And so with general admission, there are some seats still available, in the balcony area.
Yeah.
First come, first serve.
Yeah.
But we've got some special guests and we just...
the special guest, okay. Who are they? Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my God, Obama.
Because
he's on tour right now. So he's going to stop here on his political tour.
Yeah, I agree. So you don't want to miss President Obama.
Yeah. Got to come see it.
You got to come see it. So now it's time for infotainment. Woo, as we were saying earlier, we've been on this whole tour with these red carpets. Mm-hmm. And a couple weeks ago, we had the opportunity to be on the red carpet for the Namaste Gala, which was their inaugural gala.
Yes.
And it was fabulous.
It was so fabulous and beautiful. It was at the Symphony, the Schermerhorn Center
Say
here.
It again.
Yeah,
what?
No, don't make me.
Okay.
And so it was Lux, a very private event that focused on 4 men called the 4 Horsemen, named John Swift, Ronnie Allen, Randy
Arnold, and Jimmy Johnson.
Yes.
Yep.
And these men are best known for the houses that they build around town. They are developers, and they're the best in the game.
Yeah.
And so they have shared their wealth with those in need.
Right. And we can't forget our girl,
Debbie
Howard, honey,
who was the host of the night.
Mostest, honey,
and she looked stunning, and she was wearing a Rico Chappelle
gorgeous
creation, who was a hot an up-and-coming black designer that we all love.
Stunning. She looked beautiful, but she's gorgeous anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the highlight for us was that we got to meet Magic Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Yes, he was the speaker for the night, and he did an amazing job.
He did.
You just felt his presence in the room.
What I liked about that is that he was on the floor.
Yes.
He didn't get on the stage. He was on the floor.
He wanted to be one with the people.
Exactly. And I love that.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
And his whole speech was entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And if you did not leave there feeling inspired after he got done, I don't know what to tell you, because he was awesome.
And then one of my favorite parts of the night was when the 4 Horsemen presented a home to the Gaines family, who lost their house in a fire. And so I think this is how this whole gala came about, was to recognize this family and show that, we're giving back to a family in need.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I'm excited to see what's coming down the pike with these guys, and next year.
Me too. Next year is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only imagine what next year is going to look like.
I hope
Seriously.
they keep it going.
Me too. Me too. And then the next one we did was a sneaker ball, which was by Creative Girls Rock. That was another epic. Charmin
Bates is the founder of this amazing charity and foundation that focuses on black women, little girls, arts, crafts, workshops, things like that. And she throws this event
every third annual.
Yep, third annual. Amazing.
It was wonderful. What the highlight for me was meeting her parents.
Oh, yes.
And her parents were like, she's always had this creative thing. Like she created in her mind a toothbrush that had toothpaste already in it. Now you got to do is squeeze it up, and then somebody else, created it.
Yeah.
But just being a young person at that age, coming up with something like that, you have to have a creative mind. But I'm telling you, that event was amazing.
It was filled with a night of honorees that were trailblazers in the community.
Right.
And so they also included a fashion show that highlighted black fashion designers.
Yeah. And the sneakers. A lot of the sneakers were so creative that they did. And that's the whole point of it. It was a sneaker ball. So a lot of it was just creative. Creative girls rock, creative boys rock. So it was that kind of evening. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Now it's time for documentary recap.
Okay, tell me about this, honey, because I have not watched it.
Oh, gosh. Okay, hold on. God Forbid is on Hulu.
Okay.
And it is a documentary that is about the Falwells. Jerry
remember
Falwells.
them, yeah.
Yep, you remember they were at a school in Virginia that's called Liberty University. And it's this huge scandal where the wife is having an inappropriate relationship with a pool guy that they met in Miami. And they have included them into their marriage and like basically have held him captive, not in that sense of holding somebody captive, but in the sense of like, what are you doing? Why are you not coming over here with us? I mean, why are you going? You're not going on vacation. The territorial, and then like to get him to stay, they involve him in real estate business in Miami.
Give him a piece of the pie.
Yeah, give him a piece of pie. He's hanging out with the family. Yeah. She's having this relationship with him, and Jerry Falwell is sitting in the chair watching.
Oh wow, that's nice.
It is
keep it all in the family.
Scandalous, honey. Scandalous.
So this guy is like telling it all.
He had to because he got revealed, and they were trying to. You gotta watch it. It's a whole lot. Donald Trump is involved in it too.
Really?
Not in that sense of they're having that relationship, but in the sense that Jerry Falwell was really trying to push Donald Trump into, the presidency.
Yes, so he provided a lot of political backing.
Absolutely,
for him. Okay,
absolutely.
Got it.
You got to see it. I mean, everything that you're not supposed to do as a student there, you would get fined for drinking.
Yeah.
You'd get fined for doing drugs and all that. He was doing it. Jerry Falwell was doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, coming to work drunk. He'll have a water bottle full of tequila.
My man. I love it.
I don't think you will like him in this one.
Okay.
It is, I encourage everybody to watch it. It is definitely, it's called God Forbid, the sex scandal that brought down a dynasty.
And what I saw of it, the pool guy is quite entertaining.
He's quite entertaining, and he's spilling it all because they tried to do him dirty.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to watch it.
I'm going to tune in.
That was a champagne moment for me. Okay. I really did enjoy that one. So the next one I have is Killer Sally. Did you watch that?
So I'm in the middle of it, and I love it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what happened essentially.
Well, yeah.
While she's in jail, right?
No, please tell me.
Well, she's in jail because she killed her husband.
Yes.
So what it is, they're bodybuilders. And I've always heard this, don't know if it's true. When someone is on steroids, they can become kind of aggressive.
They can.
I don't know if that's true or not. But she was a bodybuilder, he was a bodybuilder. And he came home one night, and it's a whole long story in between when she killed him or whatever.
Right. But she said he attacked her.
She said he attacked her and hit her son, which is very interesting. He was glad he was dead because it was her stepson. It was his stepson.
Yeah.
Because he had beaten the mom. The daughter was there. The daughter saw him, when he would choke the mom, and she would make this sound like, gargling sound when you're getting choked. And so the police were like, well, how do you know that, he choked her? She was like, because he does it all the time, and we could hear, the gargling sound or whatever. So how she got the name Killer Sally is that for money, men would have this fetish where they would want to wrestle with her.
So the guy that they interviewed, I got to that part, and he would create these movies.
Yeah. And she would wrestle with these guys, and she said they would stink, and she said they were dirty, and she would get all this money. She was getting like $50 an hour. Wow. And these guys were requesting her, like, they want to wrestle with this woman. So because of that, because she was so good at that, and because she was so aggressive with that, she called herself Killer Sally.
Gotcha.
And so when you gotta watch it.
I'm only on the first episode, but I'm intrigued. I'm curious what happened when they went to Tijuana, because she won't say.
She won't say. Yeah.
She was going to Tijuana to get the steroids.
Right, and she was taking her children with her, and she didn't want to talk about it because she said it makes her look like a bad mom.
I wonder was she selling herself for sex for the money? To get the drugs.
She could have, but what I took from that was that she didn't want to keep talking about that, because, you know, you don't want to take your kids with you where you want to go get drugs. Yeah. You know, so I think that's where she said, you know, I don't want to talk about it because it makes me look like a bad mom. Yeah. So anyway, both of those are champagne moments. Yeah. Champagne moments for me. So now it's time for drama recap.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Let me just tell you guys from scratch. It's on Netflix. It premiered October 21st. It's got my girl in it, Zoe Saldana, and Kalita Smith. I don't know if y'all remember her. She played in the Bernie Mac show. She was Bernie Mac's wife. She plays the mom, and my guy Keith David from Greenleaf.
That is the mom.
Yeah, that's her.
I kept trying to figure out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and Keith David from Greenleaf, who played the pastor.
The voice.
He does no wrong in everything he does.
He used to be the voiceover for BMW.
Really?
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Used to be the voiceover for BMW.
But it is based on a true story and inspired by a novel that was done by Tim B. Locke, who this actually is her story. Oh. Yes.
It was her story?
It's her story.
Oh, okay.
And her sister is a huge producer in Hollywood. And so if you watch the series, it's a love story. It is one of the best love stories I've ever seen in a long time.
I agree. It started out slow for me, remember?
I know.
I told you that.
I kept telling Tony,
I was like,
hold on, honey. Just hold on.
I got to that second episode, and I was like, when are we getting to this?
No, it's a lot.
Yeah, after that second episode, it was on and popping.
It is beautifully done. Most of it is done in Italy, which is true story. Wow. And she fell in love with the chef. I mean, what better story with love, food, and family, because the family, he's originally from Sicily, and I mean, he's just this talented chef. He finally makes it over to the America, to U.S., and it just goes into showing how he's trying to adjust and everything. But they end up having this beautiful love story, and they were actually Tim B and her sister were on the Tamron Hall show, and they did the whole interview. So if you go back and just try to find Tim B. Locke, just watch that episode, because she just said that going back and making this movie just brought it all back. You know, but this was one of my favorites. I mean, get your tissues ready.
I'm going to tell you, get your tissue ready. Because you remember I sent you that text after I had watched, it was like 800 crying emojis. I mean, like, I was literally like, I couldn't catch it was that bad.
It is so
good. It's a beautiful story.
So good.
It is a beautiful story.
And so please tune in and watch it. Yeah. They did a great job. And Zoe just played.
She did. She killed it.
She killed it.
Yeah, she did. She killed it. And speaking of Italy, yes, we have some blue champagne that is from Italy, from our girl Deirdre Young. Call her Little Sexy.
Tasty.
Little Sexy Young. She just got back from Italy, and she brought us some champagne. It's called Blue Mon, and it's delicious. D, thank you. I was about to say Sora D, but I can say that. Yeah. Right? Sora D, thank you so much. You know I love you.
Thank you, D. We love you.
It's delicious.
Thank you.
So now it's time for
movie recap. So we have The Good Nurse. This is also based on a true story. It is on Netflix. It debuted on October 26th. And we have Jessica Chastain and Eddie Redmayne that are two of my favorite. Oh, and I meant to look up how to say his name.
I know it. Kerry Washington's husband.
Namaste, who is...
What's his last name?
Asamga?
Say it again.
I don't know. I knew it was something I meant to do before we started airing. But anyway, it is a thriller, and it's based on a true story about a nurse who goes around and kills patients.
Why?
So, messed up part about this whole movie, which fell flat for me, was that he never said why.
So he's the one that's killing. It's not her.
No. So he befriends Jessica.
Okay.
And they become friends. And it's gotten so bad, this trail of bodies that he's leaving behind has caught up with him. So Namaste, Kerry Washington's husband, plays a detective. And so they come and, pull her to the side and say, we need some help. We have some evidence this man is killing patients. And so how he's doing it through their IV bags. So he puts insulin, and it was another drug to make your heart slow down. And long story short of it all, he gets convicted, but he only fesses up to 29 bodies.
That's all?
But they said that he's killed over 400.
I'm looking at your notes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a movie. To me, it didn't develop well as a story. Because I think it's interesting. I think they could have gone further with this.
I agree. I started watching it, and I noticed she has a heart problem.
Yeah.
Did they ever just talk about that, and does it get better?
It does. So she ended up having a surgery to correct it.
Okay.
And then she lives happily ever after with her 2 children.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the end, it tells you he never said why.
I don't get that.
And I was like, well, why make the movie?
Than that part. But I'm going to finish that because, well, you said in your notes, you said it fell a little flat for you. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was getting. I was like, okay, get to it.
Yeah, it's really dark.
Yeah.
It's shot kind of dark and things. But Eddie is an amazing actor. He can do whatever he wants. He's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was just a burnt popcorn for me.
Okay. I can get that.
Yeah.
I dig it. What else you got?
Oh, so The Independent. It's on Peacock, and it is a political film.
I gotta watch that.
It premiered on November 2nd, and it stars Jodie Smith, who played in Queen and Slim. So let me tell you something about Jodie.
She's fly.
Jodie, if you follow her on social media, Jodie is so dope. And she's married to another actor who's one of my favorites. His name is Joshua Jackson. He
was on Affair.
Yes.
On Affair.
I loved Affair.
I did too. That was so good.
I was so sad when that went away.
It was another one he was on too. Something else he was on.
It was another family drama he did.
He was on another show. It was on Peacock where the doctor was killing people. Good Medicine. What was it called? You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what it's talking about.
He was a doctor.
Yes, that was so good.
And it was a podcast on it too.
Yep.
Yes, it was so good.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
And he's an amazing actor, but baby, when I tell you he adores.
Listen.
Like, they are so in love.
They can't, they're like Travis and Courtney. And like, she's naked all the time too.
Girl,
she's like,
and he's just
loves
all
her.
over.
He is.
Anyway, y'all know I'm a sucker for that, and I love PDA.
Oh my God, get off of me, honey.
Yeah, right. I know you.
Back up.
You are so funny. So anyway, John Cena plays. He's running as an independent in the presidential race.
Okay.
And our girl, honey, Aunt
Lydia's in it.
Aunt Lydia.
Oh my God! And then Brian Cox.
Yes.
From Succession.
Yeah.
I'm watching this tonight.
So Aunt Lydia is running against John Cena.
No.
And she, once again, another one of my favorite actresses who are getting into more roles.
Aunt Lydia?
Yes.
Yes.
Her name is Ann Dow.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a plot to it. They come to find out that they thought that Ann Dowd was the one that was embezzling money, but it turned out it was John Cena.
Oh, John Cena.
And so they expose Jodie and my guy from Eli James.
Okay.
What's his name? What's the success? Brian Cox.
Yep.
They work together to expose it. And they work for one of the biggest, the Washington Chronicle.
Oh my God, I need to watch this.
Yeah.
You know, I love a political drama and documentary and all that. I love that. I'm definitely gonna watch that.
It was cool. You know, I was kind of but yeah. If you're into the political stuff, it's a great watch.
Yeah. Now,
did you watch it?
I did. I did.
Toni.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Alice, which is on Amazon Prime. It premiered back in September. Now, let me just say
it's actually on Stars.
Is it on Stars?
Yeah, it's on Stars as well.
So, I saw back in January when this movie was coming down the pike.
Yeah.
And they were showing it at Sundance and all that. And they were getting all these rave reviews about it. It is based on a story of a woman that was enslaved.
Yeah.
In 1972. Okay. Now this is based on a true story where this really actually happened.
It did, but hers was like 1963.
It was 1963
when she realized that she wasn't a slave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shame on those people.
Yeah.
That did that to her and her family. But
it's based on the life of May Louise Walls Miller.
Yep.
Honey, the woman got about 5 names.
Yeah.
But she didn't get her freedom until 1963.
Girl, she ran to the interstate.
She ran
was like,
to the interstate.
What's going on here?
But let me just tell you.
Flying down the interstate.
So it starts out with Alice, who is played by Keke Palmer. Let me just say this right here. I see an Oscar in this woman's future.
You do?
Not for
this? I was going to say not for this.
Not for this.
Okay.
But when she's going to get it, and she's going to get a role. Keke is a phenomenal actress. Her range to me is incredible.
Okay.
She can do anything.
Okay.
She's one of my favorite women on the rise.
Okay.
Have you ever heard her sing?
I try not to.
She has an amazing voice.
Does she?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's something about her. And like I said, they could think that about us, but it's something about her. I think her voice irritates me. When she was on the show with Michael Strahan.
Yeah.
Her voice irritated me so badly.
Okay.
It did.
I don't watch Good Morning America, so.
Yeah, well, I didn't either, but I'm just saying I didn't never watch that show because of her. That's one thing. But I'm just saying I remember her being on there because it used to come on right after, it did come out after The View.
No,
it would come on,
after The View.
Well, maybe it did come on right after The View, and it would just be on. And I was like, God, her voice irritates me.
Oh.
So, but if she's on the rise, I think she's a great actress.
I've loved Keke ever since Secret Life of Bees.
Okay.
Okay. But this story, let me just tell y'all,
Yes.
she's enslaved on a Georgia plantation. And one day she escapes and she runs to the interstate.
Crazy.
And she's just like, can't believe where she is. She sees cars. She does not know what this is. So there's a truck that stops that almost hits her, and it's Common that is driving the truck.
He looks good too in this movie.
Yeah,
he really does.
And so he gets her in the truck and takes her to the hospital and all that, and just looks over. Well, long story short, she starts to read about what's been going on in the world.
Right.
The only thing I did not like about this movie was, where did Alice come from? I did not know how she got on the plantation, how all that transpired. But this man, the slave master of the plantation, who's just a horrible,
disgusting person. Go ahead.
But she sat around and she watched Pam Grier movies and got empowered.
Got an afro and everything, didn't she?
And then she read, all about, the movement and civil rights. And honey, then baby, Alice got some, balls about it.
Yes, she did.
Her and Common went back to the plantation and took the whole thing down.
As they should have.
Yeah.
And then the slave owner tries to say, well, anybody could have left whenever they wanted to, right?
Ooh.
You could leave whenever.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No.
That's not true. Because
No.
he used to whip them.
Yeah.
And I hope that.
And I thought that her and Common might have a love story.
I did too, but they didn't because her husband
showed up at the end. We thought he was dead.
Yeah.
But, it's quirky.
It is. It was not funny, but it was funny when she got in that truck, when she woke up and she said to Common.
When she started screaming at her.
She said, you free? How you get free? And he took her to the hospital, and she was like, what are they gonna do?
Oh God,
that was a mess. It was a mess.
She played that. It was she woke up. She was in the truck. She was like, "What is this? Where?" I mean, yeah. So if you want some entertainment,
it's tough to watch, but it is entertaining when she gets free.
Yeah.
Once she gets free, when she discovers the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
So what would you give it?
I'll give it a champagne moment.
I mean,
it was different.
Yeah, it was.
It was different.
Good. It was good. It was good. Now it's time for
What You Watching.
So, what you watching?
So this is an oldie but goodie. It's The Good Fight, and it's a legal drama. It's been on for
It's on CBS, wasn't it?
Yes, since 2017. And I watch it through Amazon Prime, but I binged watched it during COVID, and then just was kind of hooked on it. But it's about lawyers at this firm, and it's a black-owned firm. And Audra McDonald, who's one of my girls,
who's the bomb.
Love her.
She doesn't have an EGOT, does she? She's got everything. I think she's missing. Maybe she's missing. She's got a Tony.
She definitely has
a Tony. I don't know if she has an Emmy, or maybe it's an Oscar. She doesn't have.
I don't think she has an Oscar.
But she's close.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is stunning.
So it's entertaining. You can check it out.
Yep.
And then I watched another kind of independent quirky movie. It was called Raymond and Ray, and it was on Apple TV. It's an original movie on Apple TV, and it's about these brothers. It premiered on October 21st, and it's got some of my favorite actors again, Ewan McGregor and Ethan Hawke, who looks amazing, by the way.
Now, is it a comedy?
It's a comedy. It's a drama/comedy.
Okay, it's a dramedy.
It's about two brothers that go back and bury their dad.
Okay.
And he was this horrible, horrible person.
Aww.
And his one wish in his will was that they bury his grave. Dig his grave.
To do what?
Because you have to watch it, but when they're digging the grave, things from the man's past comes to the gravesite.
Now, are the brothers Raymond and Ray?
Yes.
Okay, so they both have the same name.
So basically. They had the same name, two different mothers, but he called one Raymond and one Ray.
Oh my God!
So he could determine which one was which.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It's quirky.
Yeah,
another quirky one.
Well, what I'm watching is White Lotus, and I know you're watching that as well. We got to watch that tonight as well. That premiered on October 30th, and it is in a new location in Italy.
Yes, so
drinking some more Italy champagne. And there's a whole new cast, with the exception of Jennifer Coolidge. But there's also Michael
Imperiello.
Oh, how you say it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
you go ahead.
So Michael, he is better known as Christopher from The Sopranos.
Love
I did too.
Sopranos.
So that one's really good. It's good, and I was a little concerned because I didn't think it was going to be as good because the cast had changed, and it's good.
No, it's on its way to another.
Yeah, it's really
I
good.
didn't realize that the White Lotus was a chain. Did you get that in the first series?
I think I did.
Okay.
I think I did because now she's on the presidential level of it now. But remember how the hotel concierge guy?
Yeah.
I loved him.
So
he won an Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Or Emmy or something.
It was an Emmy.
He won an Emmy for that. Now they have a female, and she is feisty. She's feisty. So anyway, that's what I'm watching. Then also the BMF documentary, which is called Blowing Money Fast, which is on Starz. There are 3 episodes right now, and it's an 8-episode documentary, and it's about the Black Family Mafia with 50 Cent as the executive producer. And as you know, the drama is on Starz as well. And so this just goes into more in-depth look
so
of
it gives
the
you
brothers.
background about the brothers.
But everything that we have seen in the series is showing up in the documentary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what was the guy's name? Me and Chauncey were trying to figure out his name. I can't remember his name. The one that was saying, "You can't stop the rain." You remember?
No.
In the movie, you remember he was crazy. He was a crazy guy in the show.
I can't remember.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do remember, but I can't remember his name.
I cannot remember his name either. I should have looked that up. But there is the guy, they talk about that guy in the documentary, how crazy he is.
Okay.
He was crazy.
Okay, so he's a real person.
It's a real person.
Okay.
It's a real person. And they also talk about how Terry, who, is Big Meech and then Terry. Terry is exactly like the guy Da Vinci that plays him, who's Da Vinci is beautiful to me. He is really that kind of guy. Like, he wasn't the partying type. He was the one about the money and, the business side of it. Yeah, so it's good.
Nice.
Yeah, and then also, I think you and I both are watching this because we kind of brought this up is I Am a Stalker, which is on Netflix. I watched the first episode. It was just okay for me.
Me too.
Yeah, I wasn't moved.
I was like, I don't know if I could sit here and watch 7 episodes about somebody's compulsive behavior.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But one thing is for sure, we want to give a special shout out to Colonel's Nashville for this amazing popcorn. And right now they have this pumpkin spice popcorn that is really, really good.
It is good.
It's very subtle.
Just in time for the holidays.
Yeah, just in time for the holidays.
Make sure you guys order you a bag of pumpkin spice.
And also order the Toni and Tiff blend, which you get 10% off, and that's a really good stocking stuffer for the holidays. So you definitely want to do that. Also, we want you to please like and subscribe to our YouTube page, which is Popcorn and Champagne.
And Instagram. Which is popcorn_champagne.
Yep.
And also, I cannot stress enough that you get your tickets to our live podcast and a party. We're going to have fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
I mean, we are so excited about this. We've never done this before, and hopefully we can continue to do it in next season and the season after that. But you don't want to miss President Obama and Oprah Winfrey. And she's on what channel? And I think we have a lot of other celebrity guests too, so you guys definitely want to come. Get your tickets.
Yes.
And then after you get your tickets, tell Kris Jenner to call us.
I know. Oh, and one more other thing. That event is hosted by Kitty Smooth.
Oh, yes.
It's called Analog Soul, and this is an ongoing thing that they're going to start doing on Sundays.
Yep, we just got it for November 20th that night, and so we're so excited about that.
Yeah. And yes, Chris, call us. Andy,
we'll do the bartending.
Please.
Bye, y'all.
Love
See you next time. Mwah. Bye.
I was feeling lonely. Wish I could pretend I didn't have a